Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Get Shirty Football channel, where we look at retro and current shirts from all around the world. And have we got some bangers up here today? A sea of black and white. We're looking at Newcastle United, a couple of classics, and one probably it's going to be a future classic after them winning the Carabao Cup this season. So let's start off with the early shirt here, the 95 to 97 home shirt. Fantastic Adidas effort. It's been re-released by the club several times, I think. Absolute banger of a shirt. Lovely button down collar, round neck. Lovely shirt that was used between 95 and 97. The 95 to 96 season, they just missed out on the title to Man United. They finished 4 points behind. Les Ferdinand banged in 25 goals. One of the key games in that season was a 4-3 defeat to Liverpool. Go onto YouTube, have a look at it. Fantastic game. And then in the summer of 1996, they signed Alan Shearer, £50 million man, came back home to Newcastle. And he banged in 25 goals in the 96-97. Again, lost out in the title to Manchester United, this time by 7 points. Again, a 4-3 defeat to Liverpool. Another game you should go and watch on YouTube. People said it wouldn't happen twice, and it did. So, we then moved into the 97 to 99 shirt, which is here. Now, a player that signed for them in February of 1996 was Faustino Asprilla, signed from Parma. A bit of a loose cannon of a player. That's why he only made 48 appearances but banged in 9 goals during his time there. I think he left mainly due to his off-field antics, should we say. This shirt probably doesn't have many great memories for Newcastle fans, because in both the seasons, 97 to 98 and 98 to 99 seasons, they finished down in 13th place. But one of the highlights for me was a hat-trick that he scored against Barcelona in the Champions League with a 3-2 win at St James's Park. Now, brings us right over and up to date to this lovely, fine shirt that Liverpool won the Carabao Cup, a 2-1 victory over Liverpool. Dan Burn and Alexander Isak. We've got the Carabao Cup patches on there. It's a lovely looking shirt. I think it's reminiscent. The stripes are quite thick compared to the other ones. That's always a lovely shirt, and you can't forget that they also have this lovely away shirt as well. Now, to me, it is modelled on the away shirt that was used in the 95 to 97 seasons. Had the hoops across there, just like this. I think this is a lovely looking shirt. I've added the patches there for Premiership. But how about we slap on an Isak name set, Carabao Cup final details in the middle there, and we'll get the Sam Fender patch put on the bottom of that one. And on these ones, let's get a name set in there. I'll let you guess who the name is and get some Premiership patches put on there. So let's fire up the heat press. here we have them all printed up, starting off with the earliest shirt here, and the name on the back, if you were able to guess, was David Ginola, signed from Paris Saint-Germain. He went on to play for Tottenham after then, but I always like the number 14. I thought he was a really classy player back in the day, scored some cracking goals, nice bit of skill, always looks good with these Premiership patches on it. Really pleased with the way that shirt turned out. Classic, and I think that Adidas name set is one of the all-time classics, used by Liverpool in the period as well. That's a nice shirt there. And of course Tino Asprilla with the long sleeve shirt still on there, but we also got these sleeve patches on there. It's quite straightforward, same sleeve patches as them from that period, looking good. And then finally, celebrate and one to remember, the Carabao Cup victory. You might have noticed that we had a little bit of a problem getting the front on there. I think one of the letters, I think it might have been the O, didn't quite come off, so give it a second time. Second time was a charm. Got it slapped on there. And of course, Alexander Isak on the back. Sam Fender patch, looks really class there. Newcastle logos in there in that special cup font that Adidas have done. So overall, from a Newcastle point of view, a great bunch of shirts. Is that one going to be a future classic? I think it will be. So until next time, thanks very much for watching, and give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more shirt content and a bit more printing. And until then, catch you later.